Well, good morning post Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. I was going to go out on Thanksgiving, but I decided not to and had a lot of, chores to do around the house. But anyhow, we're in a new place today and I'm going to get my gear on. For those who followed me for a while, I finally got my magnet on my pick that I'm going to use today. And I'm going to be using the small Sadie coil right there. I also brought my Simplex Ultra VLF with a small coil detector. It's not a specified gold nugget hunting VLF, but anyhow, it will find tiny stuff. And then we'll get all set up, and I'm going to show you this new spot. See you in a minute. Anyhow, here we are. These are some hillside diggings. As you can see, here's the first one. And up across that way, there's more diggings up that way. Now, right above me, it's just hills, whatnot. So let's check out this area here and let's dig some targets. Well, I didn't get this on camera, but I got a target right here. First swipe, I dug out a nice old shovel. Well, that's not too bad. I even got the bracket here with the two. I could do something with this. Well, this may be a little project. Oh, shoot. Anyway, it may be a little project for it. Ah, darn it, broke right off. But it's okay. I'm going to keep all that. Nice old early riveted shovel head. All right, that's cool for a first target. Anyhow, let's continue. That was found right at the first hole. Anyway, let's continue on and just dig every target. Like I said, I'm going to go with the VLF, the Simplex Ultra, and just dig out some trash. And, you never know, you might get a nugget here. I don't think a detector's ever been on this spot. And as you can see right here, there's some nice quartz. It's got some nice orange staining with some, there's a nice big one. Yeah, a lot of orange staining. There's some, who knows, magnesium and some other minerals that are associated with this area. And we're just going to dig this stuff up. As you can see right there, there's some more diggings. And so I'm going to check this whole area, spend about an hour and see if we get lucky. If not, right below us, there's an adit that goes into, it's all collapsed, but there's a huge tailing pile. We'll check that out too. Check this out. More quartz. They were following something here. They did some digging here for something. They must have found some gold. They wouldn't have dug so much. All right, let's continue, folks. Interesting looking quartz. Check it out through this slate. Was this what they were searching for? Perhaps. Look at all that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Anyway, there's some mica or something in there. But nice staining. It looks like it goes through this vein. You can see it right here. And maybe we have to bust this up and crush it, pan it. Anyway, I'm going to put that off to the side. And we'll get that checked out. And here's a piece right here too. Very small stringers right here. Very small. The orange stuff, and here's some more. Pretty cool. All right, let's continue on detecting. So far, all I've dug is little pieces of wire. See those two holes right there? Just tiny bits of wire. Let's dig this puppy out. I'll bring you right back. Oh, it's out. It's a 4. Yep. This is the wire I'm talking about. That's my third piece. All right, let's put the shovel back in the vehicle. And then we're gonna go down back to the tailing pile, waste pile down below. Right up there, I didn't find anything. But we're gonna go back there once we get our pulse induction going. And but I want to get down into that waste pile and try it with the LF. All right, see you down there. Okay. got a mid 40 range. Let's dig it up. So far, the non-ferrous objects were just bullets and shotgun bottoms. Oh, here's another shotgun bottom right here. Okay, it's as expected in the Sierra foothills. I don't know, I can't quite make of it. Federal. Anyway, all right, let's continue. So there's the cut right here, and I'm standing on a big flat right here, waste pile, and as you can see, on top of this pile, I'm gonna go down to the bottom, probably start down there and see what we could dig up. Never know, but we got other spots after this. If we don't find anything here in a few hours, we'll go to another spot. Let's continue. Okay, I got a pretty deep target here. I've dug 2 square nails so far. Kind of a wide, deep target. It's gonna take me a minute to get up, but I'll bring you guys back. All right, got it out. It's iron, but let's use the magnet. There it is. Little strap. All right, let's continue. All right, target right next to the other one. Numbers jumping from 0, 7, 11, 0s to 11s. It's gonna be iron, but let's dig it up. So I have it in non-ferrous. So I'm getting like 20, 19, and then I'm getting 15, 18. But you see how the sound is in between low and high? So it's not really, it's telling me it's not clean, like clean metal, you know? It's an alloy of something. And the only thing that's an alloy of something here is tin. They have steel and tin in it. And it'll sound the way it sounds. Kind of iffy, you know, between low and high. Anyhow, whatever you get out of that. You know what I'm talking about. Let's dig it out. This is pretty steep, so I'm taking it a little slow. Falls don't feel good anymore. I'm just hitting the coil against the surface, trying to keep it as low as I can. All right, let's continue on the other side. All right, we got a target right here. It's iron, it's showing as iron. I'll bring it right back when I dig it up. Square nail. All right, well, at least it's a target. It's a target. Let's put it in our little pouch right here. All right, let's continue. I'm down the hill from the workings, and not a whole lot of trash, but I did find a piece of that quartz. You can take a look at it yourself. It's pretty, and that's gold ore. Look at that. That should be taken home and crushed and see what's in there. Perhaps it was just a low value reef where they were crushing it, transport and crushing, and they cleaned that all up, but who knows. Anyway, interesting. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm digging a pretty solid signal hill. Solid 65. I mean, it's not moving. 64, 65. Let's see what it is. All right, I'll bring you back, folks. Well, I just dug it out. Solid sheets of lead. That's lead right there, folks. Anyway, we'll take that with us. Same signal, not too far from the older one. Sounds exactly the same. Let's dig it. All right, let's empty our bag of lead. A lot of lead. And square nails, bolts, whatnot. I did take that piece of quartz with me. Here she is. We'll take a look at that later. Very interesting. Put that in there. And let's take this piece of steel out. I'll leave the rest of the small garbage in the bag. Let's get the pulse induction on, get back to the diggings above here, and see if we could dig some more targets. We pretty much cleared it out with the VLF. And now we're going to go back here where I think where the reef was, where they first discovered it back in the day. Maybe they found some color. I don't know. Maybe it's detectable. Perhaps it's not. Spend a little bit of time here, and then we're going to jam to another spot and check that other spot out. All right, well, folks, see you soon. All right, let's do a tune. Got a tune, get good frequency for this area. Just takes a second. You're gonna hear like 3 beeps. And then you ground balance it, pressing the button on the handle. Go up and down a few centimeters, and then drop it down, don't move it. And release, and then start detecting. Let's do it. All right, I'll bring you back if I get a target. Okay, we got one target here. Let's dig it up, and I'll bring you right back. Hot ground, folks. That was just hot ground. Let's fill in our hole and move on. All right, we left that old spot, and then we're in a new spot. This is the spot where I found that nugget in that small little creek. Today we're prepared with a Sadie coil. We're gonna squeeze through here. We're gonna check the tailing piles right above in these trees. We're just gonna dig everything, and we're gonna go with the pulse. This is where I found that 1832 5-cent piece, or half dime, whatever you want to call it, right there. And there's some water down there. We're going to avoid that, but we're going to work to dry the bedrock, and that's it. We'll see you in the first target, folks. All right, just want to bring you back just where I started. I just got a first target. I don't know how people do it on videos where it's like they dig up gold all the time. Everyone's. I have a lot of trash I dig, but anyway, this one sounds pretty cool. It's tiny signal. I'm gonna dig it up. Sometimes people think I'm like, oh, that dirt's disturbed. He disturbed. Did you see it? He planted that nugget. No, I don't play that way. I find it. What you see is what I found that day. So whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's disturbed because I got a signal, and I hit it. And I decided to turn the phone on, camera, just in case it's a piece of gold, because it's nice and smooth. And I got my scooper. All right, I'll bring you back, see what that is. So anyhow, I think it's a hot rock. Check it out. Let's do a magnet test. Oh yeah. That's a hot rock. Man. Check that out. Okay. Man, that's heavy. That's iron ore right there. It's crazy. It's crazy how magnetic. Check it out. Oh man, that's pretty strong. You know, I'll take it with me. Cut a little window in there. You never know. It doesn't look like there's a fusion crust for meteorites, but I don't know. You never know. I'll take it with me. All right, let's continue, folks. Let's dig it out. Love having my magnet back. There it is. It's a little boot tack. See it right there? I knew it was, well, you never know, it was trash. Sometimes we say, oh, it sounds like trash. It's going to be trash. You just don't know, really. It's not 100%. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Right there, I moved a little bit of material. Let's dig that puppy. Pretty tight quarters. So you see where I'm kneeling? That's pretty much the amount of space I have here. Let's try it's probably not uncovered yet, but anyway, you see that hole right there? I removed all the light stuff, and I don't know what it is, but oh, I guess it moved. I just put it on the screen. Oh my gosh. Let me use my magnet. Can you believe that? I took that dirt, put it on the screen, as if it was the coil. Either the magnet didn't go on top of that. Okay, it's in my hand. Let me get my scoop. That's a bullet. It's a 22. Man, that sounded great, didn't it? It was down deep. Like they say, follow the lead. Anyway, there you go. I planted that target. Just kidding. All right, let's continue. Well, that's pretty cool. You notice the stacked rock right there? I think I showed that last week. If you were, anyway, I can't bring it closer. I have an ancient dinosaur Samsung phone, but you could probably see the stacked rock right there. So they stacked it right there, and they just worked the bedrock. And on this side, it's stacked right there too. So it's just a very center point. I'm just going to work the center, and then on my way back, I'm going to work the tail and pile. All right, let's go get another target. A lot of dead leaves right here. So, hey folks, this is a reality hunt, man. There's no frills, no music. I put, when I was editing, I put this, you could attach music. Every time I put some music on there, it says I'm tagged, it's copyrighted. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm not going to put music or sound or whatever on there. It's going to be just me. And anyway, yeah. Nice slate and shale. Perfect place for gold to get stuck. Great place to like pan for gold. And you're going to find gold here. It's just, I'm looking for the bigger stuff. Can't do it all the time. You can't. You got to focus. And I really enjoy, I used to do the water thing, the panning and the sluicing. Ever since I started nugget hunting, man, it's really hard to get back to that. Man, once you discover nugget hunting and if you had some relatively good success, man, it's hard to go back to panning. Not knocking it, because you can find good gold, panning and sluicing, sniping. All right, let's dig that out. Let me, I'll bring you right back. All right. Yep. Look at that. Square nail. Pretty cool. Square nails are cool. I keep the really good ones now. I don't know. I'll do something with it. All right, let's continue, folks. Anyway, I'm digging a target right above the creek on top of a tailing pile. You see there's some stacked rock right here. Anyway, I was able to reach it from the center of the creek. And I'm just going to dig it while I'm here. I just don't want to drop it down too much. I'll bring you back once I locate it. Check this piece of rock right above the wall that they stacked. I just love this. Very short wall, but check this piece. You wonder, if somebody sat on this while they were sniping the slate, right, for gold. I mean, it's wide enough, definitely for my ass, but check it out. That is cool, man. You got to appreciate stuff like that. Those are historic walls. It's part of our gold rush history in California. And I dig it. Literally. No, I don't dig the walls. I don't touch those. Anyway, let's continue, folks. Okay, we have a target. It's a nice little ledge underneath this natural. So I went with the coil like this. Anyway, let's dig to see what that is. Okay, that was just like organic. Perhaps I'm just bumping the coil, but everywhere I go, it's just bump sensitive. It's an old coil. It's nothing. It sounds good, but it's nothing. See? It's this moss. Anyhow, that target on the top of the tailing pile, I'm going to have to get back with a pinpointer on there. It's just too deep. I have a few of those I need to get back to. I know where they're at. It's just, so much to do. Okay, legit target. All right, I'll bring you back. It's out of the hole. Sounds like another square nail. Or bullet. Ooh, another planted target. 22 cal piece of lead. Man, I gotta stop planting targets. Wow. All right. Isn't that awesome? Check that out. Wow, piece of lead. All right, folks, let's continue. I just dug a hole right here, big loud signal. I see it. I see it in the surf. Pulled it out, check it out. It's looks like a lock. Oh, that's really cool. Kind of a decorative little thing. This should clean up pretty good. It's opened. Oh, looks like the key's broken inside. Right there, you see the key? I found similar ones like the heart-shaped ones, but I've never found one with such a decorative, where the base is, where the key is. So, well, that's a cool find. I'd be happy with that today, but I'm not done. Never know what you find digging for gold. Look at that. That's pretty. It's probably brass. Check that out. Yeah, key's broke in there. Nice. All right, let's continue. All right, got my VLF out. Nothing with the pulse. We're not going to have any luck finding gold today, but there's always another day. So I took the VLF. It's getting kind of dark, so we're just going to hit some non-ferrous targets. This is a 24. I'm gonna guess a bullet, maybe I don't know. It's in the 40s. Oh. I'll bring you right back. All right, probably an oak barrel band. That's all. All right, let's continue. Got a solid 19 mid-tone. Definitely in the gold range. Solid 19. Let's see what it is. All right, it's foil. It's the problem with that range, gold range. There's a lot of foil and aluminum in that range. That's just the way it is. So right now I'm just working a tailing pile right above this little creek right here. You can see all those rocks, quartz, whatnot. And I do have a sound here. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like iron. Let me put her in, I don't want to dig. Don't want to dig iron right now. Let's continue. Kind of a story came to my mind. I don't know if anybody knows the story of the largest gold nugget found in modern history. It's called the Cortez boot. It's found in Sonora, the state of Sonora in Mexico. I believe it borders Arizona. Anyhow, this fella, he went to Radio Shack and he bought the cheapest metal detector he could afford. So you can imagine a Radio Shack metal detector. All he knew was Sonora historically had nuggets, sizable to detect. So he buys himself the Radio Shack detector and goes up to the Sonora desert, and he just does this back and forth, back and forth. And I believe it was for a few months, and digging every target. Finally, he digs down on this last target, obviously, and he sees a glimpse of yellow. And he starts digging, and this thing's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And he finds this huge, like I said, the largest ever found. I believe it was 1,000 ounces. I could be wrong. I'm kind of going back to my years and years ago. I'm not sure. You have to look it up on the internet. The boot of Cortez. So he goes back to this little village, and the boss of the village is like, "Hey, I'll buy it." So he had the money, and guy sold it, and probably, I believe he got it really, really inexpensive. And after that, I think it traded, obviously, hands a few times. I'm not sure where the boot of Cortez is, if it's in Vegas or in a private collection. I know it's not in the Houston Museum of Science, where the dragon specimen is. But let me dig this. yeah, Budo Cortez. Look it up. All right, folks. I'm out of here. It's getting dark. Nothing of significance. If you made it this far, you win the Lone Gold Miner Award. And not sure exactly what that is going to be. But another reality hunt. We put our good effort in. I dug a lot of targets. But it's the way it goes. Have a great evening and great day wherever you're at. And see you on the next hunt, folks. Bye.